All right. How we doing today, man? The reason I start with that is because I was listening to Matthew McConaughey on this podcast called on Chris Williamson's podcast, and the podcast title was Matthew McConaughey's Advice to People Who Have Big Dreams. I'm only about halfway through, and it's really good, so I recommend it to anyone. But I just want to start out by saying, man, hopefully you guys are having a good day, as good as me, probably better than me, but by the title, you guys will know I am now eligible for a payout for the first time ever. This is my first ever time that I've been eligible for a payout. Kind of, right? I want to use that as a title because it is true, and it makes me feel like I'm making progress. So even if we don't get a payout from this account, I can say, you know what? I got my 5 winning days. That's not easy. It's not easy to win 5 different days, $200. That's progress for me. I've never done that before. So I'm going to take this moment to be happy about it. And why do I say I'm eligible for a payout? Because if I get my balance above 0, I can withdraw some money, right? Is that the smartest thing to do, is to withdraw the little bit amount that you can? Probably not. Can I technically withdraw right now? No. But in terms of the 5 winning days, this is my 5th $200 day or more. 200, 300, that's 2. Right here, 3. And May, I have 4 and 5. So I have 5 days. You need 5 days. So I guess I'm not technically eligible for a payout because I don't have a balance above 0. But in terms of if we did, we're eligible for a payout for the first time ever. So maybe I'd title it my fifth 5 win. I don't know. Dude, is titling it eligible for a payout clickbait? I don't think so. Maybe I just say getting, I don't know. I'm going to say I'm eligible for a payout because technically I'm eligible for a payout. And let's see the Topstep. Let's see Topstep's dashboard here. And let's just see what the rules say. Let's just see what the rules say for us to get in, to get a payout. What does it say about our trading here? That's the other account. Let's see this one. What does it say? What does it tell us? It is telling us that we have, let's do all time. This chunk is all the way back up here now, so we got out of the bottom. We're starting to get that market maker buy model to the upside. We have, so to get a payout, you need objectives. You need 5 winning days and follow the scaling plan. So I'm technically eligible for a payout. So yeah, I'm going to say that. There's no rule that says you have to be above 0 to get a payout. Technically, maybe I could withdraw debt. Nah, but I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm going to say it because I'm happy about it, right? This was the trade. Freaking beautiful. I didn't get in here. I'll go over where I got in and why and everything like that, the whole 9 yards, why I did what I did, right? Like normal. But again, I want to just take the first part of this video and say I'm really grateful and happy with my progress. What happened yesterday? I took a loss. But what did I do? It wasn't a great trade. We look back, probably shouldn't have taken it. What did I do? I said, you know what? I'm just going to step away. And in the moment, I was frustrated. If you guys watched the video yesterday, which you guys seem to love the longer form of the whole day, that you guys can see, I guess, start to finish of what my mindset was doing. And I like those videos, so I'm going to try and do one of those a week. But you guys can see, I took a loss, and I was like, I made the title a little bit extravagant. I made the title seem a little bit more down bad or dire than it really was. I feel like, I'm not making progress, something like that. Why? Because it gets me clicks, and clicks gets me money, right? But it was true. It really does feel like I just couldn't get anywhere because I won on Friday, and then I instantly lose. But guess what? We won today, and we made that all back. And what happened yesterday, very important, what happened yesterday, I stuck to my plan. I've been sticking to my plan perfectly. I've been sticking to it perfectly. This is Thursday. That's 9 days straight. And coincidentally, this is the best 9-day stretch I've had in a while. So what does that tell you, right? I don't know. Maybe it's luck. Let's keep trying. Let's see. But yesterday, you guys saw, again, I was frustrated after losing. And what did I tell myself? I said, look, man, I have to just stop. And I didn't have any urge to get back in the market. I wanted to make my money back. I was upset that I lost, but I had 0 urge to get back in the marketplace and make that money back right then and there. I had 0 urge, and that is progress. So what happened yesterday? We took a bad trade. It wasn't great. We look back, I I didn't do much reflection on that trade, so real quick, I guess I can just run down. This trade was not good. Where is it? Right here. Why was this trade not good? I've made a video about it on my Twitter. If you guys follow me there, I do like recaps on the days I don't do good recaps on YouTube. So yeah, we had the sweep of liquidity, but really we're just generating more lows, right? Really, we're just generating more liquidity right here. Here, we're just inducing liquidity, right? We're trapping long buyers. Anyone that wants to long the market, they think this is a good price to go long. I got trapped. Why was this not a good long? Because we had no targets to the left of us, and we only had one high. That could very easily have been high day, and it came out to be high of day, right? So I was trying to long to the future high of day. When is it better to take a long? Somewhere down here, because we have multiple highs to target, we can expect at least one to get ran. So what ends up happening, if you would have waited, taken a long down here after this liquidity grab, boom, you would have slow grimed up, gotten this high, and you would have been break even at worst. And then this was a really nice short for anyone that took that with the low resistance liquidity, and you could have held it and held it and held it, right? So why was the trade not good? In short, it was just there wasn't really a good target on liquidity. There was no real liquidity to base the trade off of, and yeah, it just wasn't that good. I need to avoid trades where there's one high. Simple, right? So we took a bad trade. Cool. We live with it. You're gonna lose, man. Like, it's part of the game. You're gonna lose. It's not the end of the world. Like, so be it. You lost a trade. Why do you care, right? Why do you care? So what was my mindset coming into today? I was about to say, and it was about to be so corny, but I was about to say, dude, when you lose a trade the first day, you have to be like that guy on TikTok. I don't know if you guys seen it. Maybe I'm just scrolling too much on my phone, but I forgot about that dough. Butchered it. I forgot about that dough. Right, the dude that goes, I forgot about that dough. Right, that's how you have to be when you're trading. When you take a loss, man, I forgot about that dough. Like, I didn't even know I was in drawdown. Right, I didn't know I was down $800 on my account. I didn't know I was not eligible for payout. You know, you have to forget. You have to have a short-term mindset, short-term memory. Right, that's how all the best athletes in the world, and we're trying to be traders, like trying to become a professional athlete. Right. You have to be your mental edge has to be so strong. You have to be so mentally tough. So what has to happen? You have to have a short-term memory. You lose a trade, you don't even remember losing that. You don't remember how much you're down, because the next opportunity, the next time the quarterback throws you the ball, who cares about the last time you dropped the ball? Because right now the ball's coming to you. Pause. The balls are coming at you, right? The big balls are being thrown at you hard and fast. So what are you going to do about it? Are you just going to sit there and take? Okay, whoa. I saw an opportunity there. It just didn't come off right. I digress. What are you going to do, though? If you're the wide receiver and you drop the last 4 passes, you're on a little losing streak. The ball's coming to you. You've been training all your life for this. This is the same route you've been running all week in practice. This is the play. And yeah, you've been dropping some passes in the game, but your team's still tied right now. You catch this, you win, you're up. Right? You're up. You're right back in it. You're right back in this game. You're about to win. So what are you going to do? You're going to just forget about the loss? I forgot about him, though, and catch the ball, because that's what you've been trained to do. It doesn't matter how many times you dropped the ball before, because right when the ball is coming to you, and the ball, you see that perfect spiral, you're doing what you've been doing all week in training, all your life. You've been training for this. Just like in training, you've been training for this setup all your life. So why are you going to be scared about yesterday's loss? You know, the wind got the ball on that track. You know, the whatever. You messed up. You lost. You're not going to catch every pass. But you can't let the last drop affect your next trade. So what happened today? I came in with a fresh mindset of like, you know what? I don't care what happened yesterday. I don't need to make back $170 exactly, right? We ended up making a little bit of profit from yesterday and today's loss. Or today's win and yesterday's loss. I ended up making about $30, $40. Nothing crazy. But I didn't just target 170 to make back what I lost yesterday. I took the trade and exited accordingly, right? So what happened here today? What happened? What was the higher time frame bias? Enough? Yeah, dude, it's crazy that I can talk for 10 minutes before getting to the trade. I just kind of like to give you guys a little, you know, forgive me, man. This is my channel. So coming into the day, though, I forgot about that dough. Into the day, right? And okay, real quick, I just, What do you guys think about like is going on in TJR? I feel like he's having a mental breakdown. He is just relentlessly posting. Just I don't know, man. I guess I would love to be at a level where I could just get away with doing that stuff. I don't think I would ever do it that extreme, but dude, I don't know, man. I'm kind of like concerned for him. And I'm concerned for the people that call him whenever, dude, his comments without, like, every time you open a comment is, my mentor is doing this, anything but trading. What else? Like, it literally just the same, if you're commenting that stuff on TJR's videos, you're an actual NPC. I'm so sorry to tell you this. You are so strange. If you're sitting there commenting, dude, like literally, I'm gonna pull up. I'll do it at the end of the video. I'll literally pull up I'll make a TikTok in front of you guys to show you how easy it is to make content. If you guys are interested, I'll make that at the end. Okay, we'll talk about that. I digress again, man. Oh man, it's so nice to win, and I'm making this video. It's gonna come out about the same time as you normally see, but my day was done at 10:05. My day was done, dude. That's trading. That's why this game is so beautiful. That's why you have to lock in on this. That's why you have to dial in and try this and really, really give effort on this, because what other job in the world can you make $200 in a minute and be done with your day at 10 o'clock and go surfing the rest of the day and watch some soccer? That's trading, man. It's so, like, that's why I'm so hyped. That's why I'm so jittery, because it's not because of the win. It's, bro, this is beautiful. You have to find beauty in the eventual. This is what we're training for, man. Is that beautifulness. That's how simple it can be, how beautiful our lives can be if we just focus on the skill, follow our rules, and don't disappoint ourselves. And that's why, like, again, the last 9 days I've been doing so good. I follow my rules to a T. I'm going to keep trying, because that's all I can do. But I want this so bad. I want this lifestyle. I want this where I can wake up, trade, and I move on with my day. If I had 5 accounts today, that is $1,000 in 2 minutes. What? You do that 50 times in a year, and you have your yearly salary, right? It's not that simple, but $1,000 in a minute for 1 day? Oh my gosh, that sounds incredible. So again, let's get into this. I'm so sorry. I mean, you know what? I don't even care, because people come to watch my videos not for me to explain the charts. You guys don't care about how I explain the charts. So that's why I like to talk and make filler in the beginning and then talk about the charts, because guess what? I'm the only person that's going to look back at these videos and try and, okay, because I use this as my journal. I look back and see, what did I see on this day? Why did I do this? That's why I do this. But I like to entertain you guys now. So again, I apologize for anyone that does like to see me explain the charts, but I don't think most of you guys care about what I say about the charts. I think you like just the update on my, account and kind of mindset and everything like that. So here we go. Let's go. Let's try and do this in like 5 minutes, 4 minutes, chart time. This is all locked in. This is charts. What was I looking at? Well, first of all, I had my eye on this daily fair value gap. I was like, you know what? Do we want to come down here? Let's see. We have these highs here now too that we can mark out. We have them marked out, so I'll just keep them on there. We have these highs, all this low resistance liquidity on the daily, and all-time highs. So I wanted to see maybe we come back to the daily gap, which is these relative equal lows on the 4-hour. But when we have this strong of a closure above this becomes an order block with the fair value gap. I'm only keeping my eye on this fair value gap. I want to see how this closes. And when we get this strong of a close, there's almost no chance we don't go to this high, right? It's just simple trading logic in my mind. So coming to the day, I'm bullish until proven otherwise. I was going to flip bearish if we started running through this 4-hour gap, if we started running through all of these, this area. But what happens? What ends up happening here on the charts? We end up seeing the Nasdaq hold the midpoint of this range, this trading range, this dealing range, whatever you want to call it. I don't really care. We hold the midpoint, and we create something very special, right? We have this SMT right here, bullish SMT. This low here on ES never got swept, right? I don't know what this low was. It's just like looks like random news. We had data highs above, right? This is 830. We had a data wick here, and we end up never sweeping lower. So we had an SMT early, and then we swept one more time, swept these lows out, which is nice because there's a lot of liquidity here underneath for ES with a lot of low resistance liquidity, 3 highs, 4 highs, 5 highs, right? That's what I want to see. And then we keep the SMT here. So at this point, I'm liking the SMT. I'm liking everything. I'm looking at the 5-minute. I like that we have market open, high of market open. What else are we doing? I'm also noting that we're rebalancing to the body candles of the opening range. So we on the regular trading hours, we trade all the way down, fill the regular trading hours gap, and at this point, right on the 1 minute, if we look at that, this was a 4-hour gap. So I wanted to see, okay, are we running through this gap? At this point, this is first presented gap that I've marked out. First presented gap, I want to see, okay, cool, we hold it once, twice, 3 times. I was about to enter right here. I could pull up the video. I was literally about to enter along right here, and this candle flips aggressively. So I was like, cool, saved me. I'm not going to ask any questions. I wasn't in it. Flips down, bearish, boom, bearish, bearish, bearish. At this point, I'm like, okay, cool. We're probably just going to run through. But the SMT was still holding. I still have the idea of higher, data high right here. Say, cool, man. I'm going to let it do its thing. I don't really expect us to really run lower. But we do have these lows here and all this liquidity if we want to run it. But let's just see what happens in this 4-hour. And as soon as I see this candle print in the macro, boom, 1, 2, 3, this candle closes above. But the third one really solidifies it. I'm like, cool. I literally tweet out on this candle printing. I tweet out, I say, this is your buy opportunity. This is your aggressive early entry buy. I didn't take it. Why did I not take it? Well, there's no inversion for me. There's no inversion. This is just change state delivery out of 4-hour gap. I don't want to take this because we could be doing this and I could get wrecked, right? I don't know. We could be doing this, right? And then roll over and I lose and I have 1 trade a day. Why would I not take my model? So what am I looking for? As soon as the first presented gap gets flipped, I am going to go long. That was my idea. So what do? I do that and I get in here and we get at 9:59 and it plays out for a minute, kind of just going slow. It looks good. And at this moment in time, I mean, I had my stop loss down here, so I had a really big stop. We had a negative RR. I don't care. Cry me a river. Cry me a river. I do not care that we had a negative RR. I do not care. I don't know how many times for anyone that's going to leave a comment about my negative RR, I don't care. I don't care. Because I was never going to take a full stop out here. I just had my stop really loose. Just in case, right? Just in case we had a big wick because we've had just some random volatile candles. I didn't want to get stopped out. I was going to close the trade. I came into with the idea yesterday. You saw me hawing about of if I was going to close the trade when it closed below or not. Today, I was going to close the trade. If we came down and closed below this gap, I would have closed the trade. So I probably would have taken a stop more like this, right? Again, it's about more of a 1-to-1. But I wanted a loose stop. It's just kind of like a safety net. Like, cool, if the market just tanks. When I entered this trade, my thought process was, wow, this trade is literally like this is how all of my trades need to be. I took this trade. I'm like, if I lose on this trade, this looks so good. I don't expect this to lose, but if I do, this is a good loss. This is just unlucky because we have everything. We have the SMT. We have a higher time frame gap. We have higher time frame trend on our side. We have data highs. We have London high. We have market open high. We have we flipped everything. We've changed state delivery here. We flipped all of this move down with aggression, right? Just looking at this candle here, do you really expect us to do this and not grab these highs when ES has this as well, 952, 958, 959, this is where I entered? Do you really expect us to flip like this and not run these highs? Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know. That's just my mindset. It's like, do I really expect all of this to happen just for us to roll over? And again, you can. You're always going to have the potential to lose, but you should always lose on trades that's like, man, I never expect this to lose. And I didn't ever expect this trade to lose. It can. That's why I put a stop loss in. But these are the trades you're supposed to take, which is like, I have so much conviction in this trade. I'm fine losing on this trade. Where could I have my stop? Looking back, if I'm really looking at this trade, I could have had my stop really right here. It really had no reason to run lower at this point. That is very aggressive. I'm not that aggressive of a trader to do that. I really have my stop under this 3-minute gap to just make sure, right? But again, you could have been really aggressive here and just had a really aggressive stop loss because the market was ripping. But that's all hindsight. So I don't care. I had a looser stop loss. Let's pull up the execution. There's really nothing to say about. Or there's really not much to watch. It's pretty sick seeing this thing just a rip to take profit. It was just a ripping. So I forgot about it. Oh. So we were about to get in there, didn't close. Boom. What happens? We wait, and I was like, cool. I was hoping that it would dip down for a second to get a better fill, so I kind of hesitate, and then I get in just a few seconds above. So yes, again, negative RR. I don't care, right? Cry me a river. Cry me a river. I don't care. I don't care that negative R. And I don't care. I'm taking profit at that high every single time because that high is appropriate to take profits at. Why? Because we didn't have, like, you never gonna have to run the highs. If we run high, this is New York sessions high. Market open, 9:30 opening bell in New York. The stock market bell, boom, 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 trading day starts, right? The trading day started in New York. I don't really care to get involved above this high because this is what I'm guaranteeing. This move is guaranteeing me this high at least. So what happens? I'm like, cool, news about to come out. This also I had a looser stop because news could just droop and then boom, ripped up. Wasn't high impact, so I don't mind getting in before. What happens on news? We have a field day on news, right? It's just a boom, right? News is out. Oh, what's gonna happen on news? Just chilling, not moving my stop, not doing nothing. I was literally about to change this from 3 take profits to 2 and let my runners come up here more, but I was like, you know what? I don't really care. We trail our stop immediately to break even, and then what do? I'm looking over at the ES. We hit our target, and what do? I end up closing the position because ES had run the highs, and it was off news. A lot of times you're going to come back down and put in a wick. So I didn't get the best entry. If I got in down here, I would have left my trade to the high. I didn't get in down there. I have to recognize I have a inferior fill, right? So I closed the trade here for 43 bucks, and then we ended the day plus 210. So I recognized, right, that I have an inferior fill right here. What does that mean? It means more than likely we're going to at least rebalance this news candle because normally you don't just rip up and keep going. So when I see us close bearish here and wick this high, if we closed above, I wouldn't have closed the trade. But we didn't close above. We closed back in the range. So what can I expect? We don't ever close above until here when we actually go to run the target. So I close the trade. Why? Because I'm not going to give myself a stop break even. I'm not going to leave my stop loss in place. Why? Because we hit our first target. Duh. But I'm anticipating us to get stopped at break even anyways. So I'm going to take the money off the table because of the inferior entry. And it's not an inferior entry because it was a bad entry. It was a great entry. It's just if I got in down here, right, why can I be confident holding my stop loss at break even? Well, because this is protected by the midpoint. It really shouldn't come back down past this first presented flip. But because I got in a premium of this range, I got in at a premium, I'm not going to hold my stop loss at break even because it's a higher chance that I get stopped at break even and you miss out on profits. So I'm willing to cut the trade here because why? I'm risking, if I were to hold this trade, I'm risking $40 right here that I'm up to make an extra 40. And at this point, it doesn't make mathematical sense for me. Why? Because we've only had straight up candles. It wouldn't have made sense for us to just keep going straight, right? So I had a logical close and ES at the time at 10 o'clock, right? This when news came out, ran London high. So very, very easily to just cut the trade off and be done with the day. So that was my trade. That was the trade recap. Your daily shout out, just use your boys' code on Apex and Alpha Futures, code Diego. Really helps me out. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow live stream in the Discord on Friday, man. That'll be really sick. Hopefully we can have another banger Friday. I'm going to be patient because, this week feels good. We've done well. We should be up a lot more on Monday if we took the trade. We didn't, and that's something I have to work around. But oh yeah, you guys want to see me make a TikTok? I'll show you guys how easy it is to make content on this thing. So I'm taking a screenshot from my Twitter, just so you know. I'm taking a screenshot from my Twitter. And okay, the comments I was talking about with TJR and why they're just like actual bots is dude, like let me read you guys these comments, dude. It's actually insane. It's just such NPCs. Without a doubt, every single TikTok I open of him, anything but trading, broken heart emoji. You're an NPC. Dax Kincaid 22, you're an NPC. Anything but Lance Brands first free at scale. Rose emoji. You're a bot. You're not sentient. You aren't conscious. Let's see another video. Let's see another video on TJR shadowboxing, doing some weird stuff. I don't know, bro. Will this affect the market? That was so funny. Does this affect the market? Yeah, Mom, this is my mentor. I can confirm this affected the market, bro. Y'all are straight weirdos, dude. Anyone, like, And this is our mentor. Unc lost it. Oh no. No, dude. This. Oh my gosh, bro. I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it, but that's fine. I don't have to get it. I don't have to get it, but I forgot about it though. So y'all are gonna see me make my TikTok here, live time. I do one take. What do? We go in, we grab the filter that we have. We're gonna make our trade recap. We make our face smaller here, and then we go for it, right? As soon as I push record, we're going. We're gonna be locked in. You guys are gonna see this, right? You get the down angle so you look better on the camera, right? That's the trick. And this is my TikTok, right? So I'm gonna do this live for you guys. Here we go. Feel a lot more pressure with you guys looking at me. Here's how I made $200 in 1 minute trading the NASDAQ. Same setup every day. Well, a little bit different. We had an SMT over here with the low inside a 4-hour fair value gap. We end up flipping. We have a change in state delivery, and then we flip the first presented gap, which is right here, the first presented gap. That was actually my entry right here. I did call out an entry lower here, but I got in here and took profit the high because ES made SMT. And that's the quickest $200 I will ever make trading. It is beautiful. Same setup every day. Lock in, man. And that's my TikTok. I'm not going to watch it back. I'm not going to listen to what I said. I'm just going to post it. And that's what I do for 5, 6, 7 videos a day. And that's how I have 1,700 followers on there. Nothing crazy, but for anyone that was interested, that's what I do. We will play it back for you guys. Oh, no. Don't copyright me. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Okay, I normally never do a second take. But it had the audio because I forget that it gives you an audio when you make the video with the green screen. It gives you an audio. So we got to redo it. I didn't like my take anyway. So cool, we get to do another retake. Same setup every day. Here's how I made 200. Y'all are seeing me mess up for the first time. That's not what I wanted to say. Y'all are making me nervous. Here's how I made $200 in 1 minute trading the NASDAQ. This is the same setup every day. Well, a little bit different, a little bit of variance here on this trade. We had an SMT at the lows with ES and a 4-hour fair value gap. We end up flipping the down close candles, getting the change in state delivery. But I waited for the inversion fair value gap. I trade inverse fair value gaps. I waited for the first presented gap to be flipped right here, this blue box. We end up flipping. I get in right here, take profit the high because ES ran the high at the time. So we made a bearish SMT. So I closed my full position for $210 in a little over 1 minute. Unbelievable how quick you can make money trading. Same setup every single day. It repeats. Just please look for something that repeats and execute off it. Don't be scared, and you'll win a lot of money trading. Here's how I made $200 in 1 minute trading the NASDAQ. This is the same setup every day. Well, a little bit different, a little bit of variance here on this trade. We had an SMT at the lows with ES and a 4-hour fair value gap. We end up flipping the down close candles, getting the change of state. Yeah. Shut up. Right. Slightly different trade today, but making $210 in minutes, in 1 minute. And I'm going to throw a little text box on it, right? Here's how I made $200. And that's TikTok for y'all. That's the method. It's really easy. A little bit different, a little bit of variance here on this trade. We had an SMT at the lows with ES and a 4-hour fair value gap. We end up flipping the down close candles, getting the change of state delivery. And then boom, we post. And it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. I don't really care how good or bad it was. That's the trading day. And yeah, yesterday we had a video that hit 10K views. So I counted it up. I have about 15 videos that have over 10K views, which is pretty cool, if you ask me. So yeah, man, that's TikTok. I've been on my grind with the content, dude. You guys are my goal. My goal has always been, I want 100K on something. 100K on TikTok, 100K on Instagram, or I'm not even on Instagram. 100K on Twitter, 100K on YouTube. I want 100K somewhere. That'll make me feel like I'm special in the trading community, make me feel like I'm known. I'm literally just unknown still in the trading space, so I cannot wait until I'm someone cool. So Like and subscribe. I got no more rambling for you guys. I really appreciate anyone that watched these videos. Real Madrid played today. I don't have my shirt on because the game's at 9 p.m. and it's hot as heck in Florida. And I'm not going to sweat my booty off the whole day waiting for that game. But yeah, man, we're going to turn this off. I love trading. Why? Because my day is done at 11 o'clock. I've made all my content for the day at 11:20. I'm going to be done making my content by 11:20 because I'm going to make 5 more TikToks about random stuff. Post some more stuff on Twitter. And yeah, my day is done. I'm going to go surfing the rest of the day, watch some soccer. And that is trading. That's why we do this. That's why I do this. Cannot wait until I'm actually doing it. I love my job. I make no money from it. So I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Keep your dreams big. Tell someone you love them. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.